Amazon tried to kill me. There's no other way I can put it, really. It's attempted murder. That's what? Hey, slander. It's not slander if it's true. What other outcome could there be? Yeah. Alright, fine. Cut. Okay. Alright, what about this? A third-party seller of Amazon tried to kill me with this lead. This is what got sent to me in the post. What do you mean intention? What other outcome is there going to be by sending me this lead in the post other than intentional murder? It's oh, okay, fine. No, I don't want to get banned again. Fine, cut. Right. Okay, got it, I think. I got this lead in the post from Amazon after ordering a bedside light, and somewhere along the line there seems to be a quality control problem. Now, it could be Amazon, it could be the third-party seller. The third-party seller might make the lights and he might actually buy in these leads, and that might be a distributor. Now that distributor might buy in leads from another distributor who actually could get it from another distributor, and then that distributor buys it from the manufacturer who actually makes this stuff. Somewhere along that line there's a quality control problem, because I ended up with this, and this is not for the UK. It's dangerous and it's really bad. And the reason why I'm making this video, I wouldn't normally go down this road actually, but it was the seller's response that alarmed me. He tried to reassure me that this was safe by saying it has an earth pin. Well, it's a 2-core cable. One of them has to be live, one of them has to be neutral. So there is no earth wire there. But a lot of consumers would have accepted that and used it. You'll also notice that there's no neutral pin, and that's because it fell off when it came out the bag. Just no strength to that pin at all. And then there's no fuse. So all in all, a pretty deadly lead. When I questioned him and cited the regulation, BS 1363 standard and all sorts of other citations that I sent to him, he immediately backed down and sent me my money back. But he did invite me to keep the light, free of charge, thanks. And the light's actually okay, which makes me think that he's probably bought them in and just doesn't understand the standards of this country. But join me top down and we'll just have a little closer look at all that, I think. Right, so let's have a look at this plug in a little bit more detail. This is the one I got from Amazon with its broken pin. And just have a look at the actual metal inside there. It's like what you get from a pencil. It's not good. Compared to this certified one by Aster, I believe. The pin's, you know, fully metallic, it's solid, it's not going anywhere. The earth wire, that doesn't exist. This is a 2-core lead for class 2 appliances. We don't need this. This one, they've got a metallic one, but a lot of them, they're just a bit of plastic. And all they're really for on a class 2 lead is to open the shutters to allow the live pins to go in the socket. So, quick Google search tells you what you need to know about a BS 1363 plug, and what it shows is that there's a few listed demands. One is the pin size, and there's kind of guidance on what the pin sizes should be. Now the live pins are about 6.4mm by 4mm. The protective conductor or CPC pin is 8mm by 4mm, and between the two live pins we should have a centre line from centre to centre of about 22.2mm. Now I have got a set of calipers here, so let's just see, shall we? I'm getting 6.1 there, I don't know if you can see that. 6.1, 6.19, 6.4, give or take. let's have a go for the other dimension. So this should be 4mm, 3.5. So already the dimensions are out, and it's quite hard to get a dimension for these centre points because the neutral pin broke off, but I'll give it a go. I think that's about fair. 21.5, so a little bit short there. There's another dimension from the live pins to the centre of the protective conductor one, and that's 22.2 again. And this one, yeah, that complies. Let's get it there. Yep, centre to centre, beautiful. Let's try this one. Little bit down. It's a little bit less, but it's not actually 22.3, I'd say. So again, a little bit out. Now the most important measurement, as far as I'm concerned anyway, is the measurement of the edge of one of these live pins to so let's hold it like that. So from the edge of one of these live pins to this edge, we've got a 9.5mm rule. So no matter what side your hand's grabbing, you should have a distance from here to one of these live pins, either this one or this one, of 9.5mm. Now let's just have a look at this plug again. This is the one that's supposed to be really safe. Now we have got insulation up there, but that's not the same, is it? Because that could easily just scratch off over time because you're going to be going in and out and in and out. So that's not really a mitigation for this 9.5mm rule. So let me just get it down, because the actual distance I've got is 3 point, you can see that, 3.6mm. So way off the mark. This bit here is a little bit closer actually. So I'm getting there 2.5mm. Now why is that important? Well, you know, when you grab this, your fingers are going to touch them live pins, and as I say, over time the insulation would have rubbed off on this, or it might have ground off because it's not the right size pin. It might have been a bit rough going in and out. So very dangerous. And then obviously lastly, we've got no fuse, which is even worse. And in the UK that's particularly bad because we got ring circuits, and so we kind of rely on these fuses to protect this cable, because the next fuse in line is the ring circuit fuse, which is a 30 or maybe a 32 amp kind of level, and that's just nowhere near going to protect the little cable. So fuse is very important. 9.5mm rule, very important. The right size pins, very important. And also just make sure that it's been certified by an external body as well. So this one is ASTA. BSI can certify it as well. But yeah, you've got to be on your guard, I'm afraid. Now this isn't a video to kind of, bash China at all, because this one's from China as well. And it's alright, it's perfectly safe. So this isn't a country thing. This is just an individual within that country. Every country's the same. We've got bad engineers here and good engineers here. Amazon are very good about kind of dealing with this, but it takes time, and so within that time lots of homeowners could end up with this and they might use it. So just be on your guard and just look for the very basics that I've discussed here. The standard's actually pretty huge. I suppose the last thing I'd say is that the fuse, we get fake ones of them as well, so make sure that that's to BS1362. But we can't leave it there. Let's have a look inside the fake/dangerous one and also the certified one and see what's inside. My suspicion is that the fake one will have a soldered connection and the certified one should have a crimped connection. But let's see. Well, that's a flimsy connection. Just a tiny blob. Wow. Let's keep going. So yeah, have it. Just a tiny little soldered blob. Now, to be fair, I don't know what it's like in a certified one, so I'll have to check that too, I think. Can you see how close that switch live is to the neutral? So the live obviously gets its power from here, it goes through the fuse, and then it comes down this wire. They are really close. Really close. I mean, it's, you know, it'll just blow the fuse, I suppose, but they can probably do that a little bit better, I think. A lot more robust connection there. It's crimped, not soldered, which would be better for fault currents really, because the solder would melt and it might not reform properly. That's the problem. I need to tidy up. So as you saw, the fake / dangerous one did have a soldered connection, and also we noticed that the cross-sectional area of the cable, well I did, you probably didn't see it, was absolutely tiny. I reckon it's probably the same as what you'd find in a Cat5 data cable. It's absolutely tiny. It's not quite 1/2 mil even. So that's not good. The certified one I did have a crimped connection and it was okay, but we did notice that the switch line and the neutral was quite close together. It's probably okay because they're insulated to the right standard, but it just goes to show that even the certified ones, you know, build quality isn't as good as it could be. So using a fake or dangerous one, forget about it. So just to run through those main points again, obviously if it doesn't have a fuse, reject it. Top tip, if it has an insulated earth pin, it's almost certainly fake, so reject it. If your plug that you're given doesn't follow the 9.5mm rule, so from the edges to the live pins should be 9.5mm minimum. If it doesn't do that, reject it. A certified one should have been accredited with a kite mark from BSI or an Aston mark, or there's loads of bodies that can do that actually, and that's growing. So I'll leave some links in the comments about where you can find more information about that. And lastly, there was the pin sizes and the dimensions apart that have to be right. At the end of the day, these things are going to keep happening, so you need to be on your guard. And as I say, I'm going to put loads of information in the comments so you can see for yourself whether yours is okay. I would like to say that if you send me pictures I could verify its safety, but even a certified one might be broken inside and I can't guarantee that for you, I'm afraid. An electrician should be able to, so if you know an electrician, check with them, but if in doubt, just reject it. It's not worth it. You can pick your own leads up, ironically from Amazon, that are certified, for a couple of quid really. So get yourself some of them. Be safe. I hope you found this informative. If you have, please like and subscribe. If you haven't found it informative, then please still like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.